Alex Porter humiliated Maria Johnson, a black cleaning woman, in front of silent colleagues, certain she was too powerless to fight back. But 1 week later, Maria returned, not as a cleaner, but as an inspector, ready to expose his toxic reign. What happened next shocked everyone. Let's start at the beginning. The sleek, glass-paneled headquarters of Navite stood as a modern marvel amidst the city skyline, its sharp angles glinting under the morning sun. Inside, the building buzzed with the usual Monday morning energy, the soft hum of printers, the rhythmic tapping of keyboards, and the occasional murmur of conversation filled the air as employees settled into their routines. On the top floor, Alex Porter's spacious corner office was a picture of cold precision. The walls were adorned with industry awards, certificates, and management books, each meticulously arranged to reflect his perfectionism. Alex himself, in a perfectly tailored navy suit, paced the room with his phone pressed to his ear, his voice echoing through the executive floor as he barked orders. Employees scurried past his office, their gazes glued to the floor, desperate to avoid his wrath. Meanwhile, on the ground floor, Maria Johnson began her shift. At 46, Maria carried herself with quiet strength. Dressed in a crisp uniform, she pushed her cleaning cart down the hallways with a sense of purpose. For Maria, this wasn't just a job, it was a lifeline. After losing her husband, she had taken the role to support her teenage son, Marcus, who dreamed of going to college. As Maria moved from room to room, she couldn't ignore the tension Alex brought wherever he went. His presence silenced conversations, stiffened postures, and left a trail of unease. But Maria focused on her work, determined to do her best despite the oppressive environment. During her lunch break, Maria retreated to a quiet corner of the break room to eat her modest sandwich. The brief moments of peace were her solace. But the tranquility didn't last long. The door swung open, and Alex stormed in. His sharp eyes scanned the room and landed on Maria. "What are you doing here?" he demanded, his voice dripping with disdain. "Taking my break, sir," Maria replied, her voice calm but unsure. Alex sneered. "Breaks are for people who've earned them. You don't need one to mop floors. Get back to work." The room fell silent. Maria, humiliated but composed, wrapped her sandwich, placed it back in her bag, and returned to her cart. Her shoulders were straight, but her heart ached from the sting of his words. The following days were no better. Alex targeted Maria relentlessly, scrutinizing her work and berating her for the smallest mistakes. Every misplaced mop bucket or faint streak on a glass panel became a spectacle of criticism. Employees watched in silence, their gazes avoiding the scene, but Maria wasn't entirely alone. A few kind-hearted employees offered her whispered words of encouragement. "Don't take it personally," one said. "He's like this with everyone." Their support, though small, gave Maria strength. She began documenting Alex's behavior in a notebook she kept hidden in her cleaning cart. Each insult, unreasonable demand, and public humiliation was carefully recorded. Her late husband, a union organizer, had always told her, "If they won't respect you, show them the truth. Evidence is power." One evening, as Maria worked late, she overheard Alex bragging to a manager. "I run a tight ship," he said smugly. "No slackers on my watch, even the cleaning crew." Maria's grip on her cart tightened. His words ignited a fire in her heart. She realized she wasn't just fighting for herself, but for everyone who had suffered under Alex's tyranny. A week later, the office was abuzz with rumors of an inspection. Employees whispered nervously, their usual productivity tinged with tension.
Alex dismissed the talk, brushing off concerns with a wave of his hand.
At precisely 10 a.m., the inspection team arrived. 5 individuals entered with an air of authority, their polished shoes clicking against the tiled floors. At the center of the group was Maria Johnson, unrecognizable in a sharp blazer and heels, her presence commanding. Her badge from the Regional Labor Standards Agency gleamed under the office lights. Maria walked straight to Alex's office. "Good morning, Mr. Porter," she said firmly. Alex blinked, stunned. Maria?" he stammered. "Inspector Johnson," she corrected, handing him an official document. "We're here to investigate complaints about workplace conditions. Please cooperate fully." Alex's confidence faltered. For hours, Maria and her team conducted interviews, reviewed documentation, and gathered testimonies. Employees, emboldened by Maria's transformation, shared their experiences. "He humiliated me in front of everyone," one employee admitted, tears streaming down their face. "I almost quit because of him." Maria's notebook, filled with dates, quotes, and incidents, formed the backbone of the investigation. The toxic culture Alex had fostered was laid bare. By the end of the day, Alex was called into a meeting with stern-faced executives and the inspection team. His attempts to defend himself fell flat. The evidence was overwhelming. "Effective immediately, you are suspended," the HR director announced. "Your behavior has no place in this company." Within a week, Alex's suspension turned into termination. Navit released a public statement reaffirming its commitment to a respectful workplace. Employees felt a newfound sense of hope and security. Maria's actions sparked sweeping changes within the company. Anonymous reporting channels were established, anti-harassment training became mandatory, and a new HR team was brought in to rebuild trust. On her final day at Navit, Maria stood outside the building, looking up at its glass facade. It no longer felt like a place of oppression, but one of possibility. Her journey had been one of resilience and courage, a testament to the power of a single voice. Maria reminded everyone that even in the face of injustice, change is possible when you stand up for what's right. If you enjoyed this story of courage and justice, don't forget to subscribe to the Story Hub and press the bell icon for more inspiring stories like this one. See you in the next video.